After the rebrand, we wanted to make sure that we have a new trophy to create a new symbol that everyone can be proud of and really helped kind of cement the spirit of the new brand in an object. It's not as weighty. So we looked at a lot of different trophies. What we found was there was a lot of cups, which is the kind of traditional look of a trophy. But what we really wanted to do was to create something that was a bit more contemporary, a bit more futuristic.
There's a plate, there's a cup, there's a crown. We were looking at different concepts around like the staff.
This is an earlier version of the final design, but you can see how the 10 different columns are kind of broken up and how actually it will be eventually constructed. Yeah.
So the trophy is 1 meter tall. It has 10 sides and 10 columns. And as those columns rise, they twist and they step in height as well. So then the final height is the pinnacle of the trophy, and that represents the winner.
You can see how the different wins throughout the different splits will start to be engraved on the base, and that will build up around the base until it runs out, which is 30 years later.
After developing through sketches and prototyping, we developed a 3D model, which was then passed to our trophy makers.
We've got a lot of the information here, but everything's joined into one piece. And because this is going to be made as 10 separate sections, I need to separate that out into 10 separate pieces. Thomas Light have made the Summoner's Cup for League of Legends, as well as the EU LCS trophy. Once we received the data from Dan, I adjusted some of the information that was in that to be able to create a 3D model, because the data was slightly different to what was necessary for physically creating the object. Once that was done, we assessed how we were going to manufacture the object and sent off the components for 3D printing. That is then getting electroformed in a copper skin that allows us to have a metal outer shell. So right after the electroforming's been done, we're going to file both of these surfaces so they sit nicely against each other. That's quite a smooth surface. It looks worse than it is because of the way the ripples go across the surface and the scratch marks on it, but it feels really smooth. So that's now ready for them to polish.
It's coming to me now to take all the dents, the file marks out, the lineage marks to a very, very high finish. And this is always done before the plating process. That's 80 degrees. So this is melting all the polishing greases and compounds which has gone onto the copper bar. This is now a cyanide-based detergent. The ultrasonic vibrations are shaking all the grease off. And this is now the silver plating process by electrolysis. That would be in there for about 45 minutes.
With the traditional metalworking skills, you are somewhat limited in some of the things that you're able to make, but with the advancements in 3D printing and the electroforming and digital design and manufacture, we're really able to push forward exactly what we're doing with these projects.
And now we're going to screw the pieces together. So what makes this trophy particularly a challenge to put together is the fact that it's got this twist to it, and to get the pieces all to come together nicely and evenly. This is the only piece that's seen, so this is the polished part here. You'll see at the very top that gets seen. So only the polished bit gets seen at the top. So this will get covered here. So the base itself will counterbalance the weight of the tall trophy. Most of the weight is held in these base pieces here, so it's nice and steady when it's standing up on itself.
Thank you, Romain, and thank you, what a time. 13 weeks ago, the League of Legends European Championship began with 10 teams competing for a shot at the
I have seen the trophy. It is insane. It's the biggest trophy that we've had here in Europe. I'm actually nervous because it's super heavy as well. So it's going to have like a substance to it that the previous trophy has not. The opening ceremony, we will show you what it looks like. We've got more graphics than we've ever used before. So you know the opening teaser where we had like the flames coming around and that like LEC style? We're actually going to make it look like it's a pre-produced video. It's going to be live.
So OG guys, do you want to jump up on stage and we'll get you into that hug? Yeah, you're going to slide it towards you like this, and then the hand's going to go underneath and grab underneath the lip, right with the fingers underneath, yeah?
It's super cool, finally to see the new LEC trophy. Maybe it doesn't look like it's very heavy, but you need to make sure you can lift it.
And then you're all around it. And then...
So once Romain and I have played to the crowd a little bit, the tone is going to shift quite dramatically. So lane by lane, we'll go through each player that I will be calling out. You know, top, first top. They will actually all step outside of the curtain, start to huddle in a group, and then face the curtain. The crowd will obviously not really know what's happening. Music is just going to build and build and build and build and build. And just as you think it's about to explode, the music actually cuts out, the curtain drops, and we're going to see the trophy for the first time.
You can see our brand new LEC trophy sitting in between the players on display. This is what they are fighting for. Does so much damage! Newtek unable to kill. Mickey McCall goes down. Caps puts the hammer down. Cataclysm on Yankos picks up another. Perks picks up a third. G2 esports are destroying Origin.
And it's dividing
G2 but they cannot do it. Origin are crumbling to G2. Europe kneels to its champion, G2 esports. The world awaits G2.
Of course, it feels special to be the first one winning LEC. Doesn't matter who wins it next, doesn't matter who wins it 10 years from now. The first one will always be G2 and these 5 guys. So I'm very happy with that.
G2 esports are your champions!